Hi, it's Miko. Welcome to Carry On Chronically. I have fibromyalgia and I like to show you how I live with chronic pain, so come along and have a carry on. Today's video is 10 top tips on how to manage your fibromyalgia. Quick disclaimer, I'm having a little bit of problems with my back today, and when I straighten it, it sometimes catches me off guard. So if I look like I'm in any funny positions, that's why. Number one, and this can be a difficult one, especially if you're not using any already, is to use mobility aids available to you. Not just mobility aids, just any aids that's going to help you do your daily tasks, whether that be cleaning the house, going out to work and getting things done, taking care of the kids, many things. You can adjust them and do them to make them easier for you. For example, when I'm cleaning, I couldn't find anything in the sort of mobility aids department that suited me, so I bought a set of salon drawers on wheels, and I take that around with me when I'm cleaning. And I'm actually thinking about getting a salon chair, because I need a chair on wheels for doing certain things, and I also need some back support, so I'll slip in a picture of that here. But it's just thinking outside the box and thinking of ways that you can adjust your daily activities to just use less energy and therefore pay less in the long run. Number two, saying no. This is a really difficult one. And it's hard when, especially if it's new friendships or people who don't quite understand your condition, and that is essentially where the problem comes in. So what I like to do is make it clear to people when I'm making plans with them that it's not always easy for me to be able to just carry out those plans, and explain why to them if you feel comfortable with that. But you don't owe anyone any explanations. If they're your true friend, they'll understand. And I know saying no can leave you feeling really lonely. So if you were maybe planning just to go out with the girls or the guys, invite them round, tell them you're going to be in your jammies under a blanket, get them to bring snacks, and just all have a cosy night in. And I know it might feel a bit rude asking people to change plans, but at the end of the day, you're not doing it because you're rude or lazy, you're doing it because you're struggling. So don't put yourself under any pressure or guilt for having to say no. Number three, prioritising. Sounds boring as hell. Kind of is, but also it has to be done. So you want to take the most important task to you and put that first on your list, because you will run out of energy for all the plans you've got. For some reason our brain seems to overestimate our abilities with fibro, so you will probably make a fairly comprehensive plan and get a certain amount through it and not be able to finish it. No punishment or guilt, because if you put the top tasks first, you've got the most important stuff done. And also, ask for help. Take that list, delegate it out to the kids, the husband, the wife, the family, and just ask for help. There's nothing wrong with that. Number four, plan, but don't overplan. What do I mean by don't overplan? I think it can be really tempting when we're on bad days and recovery days and we're maybe sat doing nothing because we can't do anything, to sit and plan things ahead, and it makes you feel like you've got some control over your life, and that's great. But when it comes to carrying those plans out, sometimes our brains kind of overestimate our abilities, and that can knock us back, called the boom bust cycle. So try not to overplan things. Again, just give your body time to recover and then start again when you can. And don't punish yourself for never being able to finish plans. Remember? Number five, track your energy. This is a difficult one because it takes a bit of time in knowing your condition. But what you want to do is be able to know kind of what you're capable of on an average day, so that when you're planning your day, you're not putting in so much that you end up overwhelmed and upset that you've not been able to finish it. Give yourself, if you want, a score. You can start in the morning with 10 points. And as the day goes on, you sort of assign points for each task, and you'll know yourself that, say, wiping down the kitchen is maybe 1 point, but cleaning the entire kitchen is definitely 3 or 4 points. Do you see what I mean? So you can then say, right, how many points do I have left? To make that a lot less mind-numbing, you can make it a bit more suited to you. So if it's something you enjoy, if you relate it to a sport or say a game like Mario, I've got 10 Mario coins in the morning, and we'll see how I spend them that day. Hi guys, just a quick message. If you're enjoying this video, go ahead and subscribe. If you're not, what are you doing here? Go and enjoy yourself. Number six, prepare for a FLIR. Now, what do I mean by prepare? Well, when you're flared up, you know how bad it is, you know how limited your mobility can be, how limited that your cognitive perception can be. So what you want to do is keep as many things that are good for your flare-ups as close to you as possible. What I do is I have a little plastic box that I got from the likes of B&M or Asda or something, and it's my flare-up box, and I just keep everything in that box that I know that I will need when it comes to having a flare-up, whether it be heat pads, my TENS machine, a blanket, some cosy slippers. Anything that you know will comfort you during a time of a flare, keep that close to hand. Number 7, put yourself first. Definitely don't put yourself last in the queue when it comes to attention, because it sounds like, you'll get everything done and you'll make everyone happy, but the one person that's going to suffer is you. So I want you to give as much attention to yourself as you do collectively to everyone else. Self-care can be anything from a nice warm bath and a face mask to sitting watching sports bloopers with a couple of beers. Just whatever you know is time for you and something you enjoy. Make that priority for you. Number 8, don't overdo it on good days. Now, I'm surprised I can say that without bursting into laughter, because this is one of the things that I am probably most guilty of, is having a good day and thinking, yes, I can get all that stuff done that I couldn't get done on my bad days. And what happens? Give myself more bad days. It's a really hard habit to break, but in order to recover and look after yourself, it's something that you have to do. Even if you're desperate to get tasks done on a good day, try to make them the smaller tasks, the sitting down tasks, the things that you can do without a lot of movement and mobility. If you have 5 or 6 good days in a row, then yeah, I don't blame you for pushing it a little, but don't take your first good day and just try and get everything done, because you will definitely pay for that. Number 9, pacing. Now, pacing is incredibly subjective to everyone, and it can be simply as doing a little 5 minutes work, stopping for 5 minutes and carrying on like that. And it can be as small as that, and it can be worth it to do that, because what you don't want to do is get up, start pushing your body, recognising the signs that your body's saying, okay, I've had enough, and just pushing through that. That's the line that you don't want to push through, because as far as I'm given to understand, that's only going to make things drop further and harder to come back from. So if you have got a task like cleaning the bathroom and you've got so many hours to do it, don't do it for the whole time. You've got to start and stop. And that, when I say that's subjective, you really have got to work that out for yourself. It's all again about tracking your energy and seeing what your own body is like. So start to try and recognise the signs of when your body is saying, no, I've had enough. And last but not least, number 10, learn from your successes and your mistakes. I'm not calling them failures. Nothing's a failure when you have fibro. You're doing your absolute best. But sometimes we make mistakes. So when you do make a mistake and you're able to recognise what has happened that's kind of led to that, and let's just cut in right here, I by no means, in the language I'm using, I'm suggesting this is anyone's fault. None of this is our fault. It's just, unfortunately, the way to describe it and what I'm saying does sound a bit accusatory, so please do not take it that way. I'm talking about myself as well here. When you make a mistake and you recognise, I think this is what happened to cause this mistake, look at it, and next time you're doing that same activity, or next time you're doing something similar to that activity, try to remember where things went wrong. And then hopefully you can prevent paying for it in the same way next time. Again, in the same way that you learn from your successes, if you think you've had a particularly good week, sit and think about why. What is it that you've done, that you've implemented, or that you've changed that has made your week easier or better? So that's all my tips, but I'm sure you have plenty more. So please drop in the comments any tips that you have for coping with your chronic illness and chronic pain. And remember, you're doing really well. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you like the video, drop a little thumbs up on it for me. That would be really helpful. Bye. Now you can do that in a way that suits you. Mario coins. That's me. Got 10 Mario coins. I'm going to run out of the Mario coins. Now, self-love doesn't... Self-love? Sex. I bet there's plenty of you doing that. No. Don't take your first dude day. And last but why can't I say that? Last but not least. And last but not least. And last but not least, number 10. I don't know what number 10 is. Shit.